Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about travel, migration, and everything you need to know to make informed decisions about moving abroad. Today, we're discussing some significant changes to Australia's immigration system that have taken place in 2024. From visitor and work visa regulations to permanent residency pathways and updates for international students, there's a lot to cover. So, if you're thinking about moving to Australia or just want to stay updated, keep watching. Let's dive in. 1. Changes to visitor visa regulations. Let's start with visitor visas. If you're planning a trip to Australia, the first thing you'll want to know is that the Australian government has made some adjustments to its visitor visa rules in 2024. The primary change is related to processing times. Australia is focusing on reducing backlogs by implementing a streamlined online application system. This means quicker processing times for short-term tourist visas, great news for those planning holidays or visiting family. There's also been an emphasis on flexibility. Australia is now allowing longer stays for certain visitor visa holders, especially for those with family ties or those traveling from countries with strong bilateral relations. For example, if you're from the UK or Japan, your chances of obtaining a 12-month visa have increased. So, if you're planning on visiting the Great Barrier Reef or the Sydney Opera House, 2024 might just be the perfect time to do so with these new visa relaxations. 2. Work visa updates. Now, let's talk about work visas. Australia's labour market has been under pressure, especially post-pandemic, and the government is making moves to address skill shortages in critical sectors. One of the major changes for 2024 is the expansion of the Temporary Skill Shortage (TSS) visa program. The list of eligible occupations has been updated, adding positions in healthcare, IT, and renewable energy. So, if you have experience in these sectors, your chances of landing a work visa just improve. There's also a change in how employers can sponsor workers. The government has relaxed some criteria, making it easier for smaller businesses to bring in skilled workers. This includes reducing the minimum salary threshold in certain industries and expanding regional sponsorship opportunities, which encourages people to live and work in Australia's less populated areas. Also worth noting, Australia is making the path from a temporary work visa to permanent residency a bit more straightforward, especially for those in high-demand fields. So, if you're on a temporary work visa, there may be a long-term future for you here. 3. Pathways to permanent residency. Speaking of permanent residency, let's get into one of the most important changes for 2024. Australia has revamped the points-based system for permanent residency, making it more accessible for skilled workers. The points system is now more favorable toward younger applicants and those with advanced qualifications in high-demand industries, such as tech and healthcare. Additionally, regional migration programs are being prioritized. If you're willing to live and work in regional areas, you'll receive additional points. The government is trying to ease population pressures in cities like Sydney and Melbourne, so there are more incentives for migrants to settle in regional Australia. And here's some exciting news: family-sponsored visas have become easier to obtain in 2024, with the government increasing the number of family migration spots. So, if you have a relative in Australia, they can sponsor your application with less hassle. 4. Updates for international students. Australia has always been a top destination for international students, and 2024 brings even more opportunities. There are two key changes to note. First, post-study work rights have been extended for graduates in sectors experiencing skill shortages. This means international students who complete their degrees in areas like engineering, healthcare, or IT can now stay and work in Australia for up to 5 years, depending on their qualifications. This is a fantastic opportunity for students to gain local work experience and transition into permanent residency later. Second, the government has reduced the financial requirements for obtaining a student visa. It's now slightly easier to demonstrate that you have the funds to support yourself during your studies, making Australia more accessible to students from a wider range of countries. If you're thinking of studying in Australia, this is an excellent time to do it, with universities offering even more post-graduation opportunities. 5. Other key changes and reforms. Aside from the major changes in visitor, work, and student visas, there are a few other reforms you should know about. For one, the Australian government is launching a new, global talent visa stream aimed at attracting high-level talent from fields such as AI, cybersecurity, and quantum computing. This visa offers a fast-tracked route to permanent residency for professionals who can demonstrate exceptional skills or international recognition. There's also a renewed focus on humanitarian and refugee programs. Australia has increased its intake for humanitarian visas, especially for people fleeing conflict zones. The new changes prioritize applicants with existing family ties in Australia, facilitating quicker reunification. Finally, there's been a modernization of the application process for all visa types, with more automation and digital verification systems in place. This means a faster, more transparent system overall. So whether you're a tech guru, a humanitarian refugee, or a family member looking to reunite with loved ones, there are more streamlined pathways to get to Australia. So, there you have it, the major changes to the Australian immigration system in 2024. Whether you're a tourist, a worker, an international student, or someone seeking a new life down under, Australia is making it easier in many ways to come and stay. The country is adapting to the times, and now could be the perfect time to consider your options. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all things related to immigration and travel. Let me know in the comments what you think of these changes or if you have any questions. Until next time, stay safe and see you soon.